Hello YouTube, I Trade People here. I'm going to show you my Darkworld deck list, but first I'm going to give you a quick story of why I made some of the card choices. This weekend was YCS Columbus, Ohio, and for one reason or another I didn't go because I just planned the trip too late and things ended up not working out. I lent my little cousin my two tour guides, so I don't have all three tour guides right here to make the real deck. So I went to a local tournament. I didn't do too well, but it's whatever. It was a fun deck. I do like my build sorter. I don't really like Dark Worlds at all right now. I find it too combo orientated. Like, you don't win unless you have some combo pieces. And I'll show you my deck list first of all. So I have a tour guide in here, and I have two Doom Caliber Knights. First off, I would play three tour guides in here, but I didn't have three obviously for this. I have to have the Sanguine in here too. I didn't have the three tour guides for this, so I didn't play it. Because tour guide just grabs out your brows and your sanguines and you just make those big plays. So I played Doom Caliber Knight. It's not a bad card in this deck because the field card does power him up to 22. And in the mirror match he's really good. And also he's not that bad against anything else. But it was like okay. It wasn't the best thing ever. I played double Trigodia. Because the deck I found out to be like this. You'd either draw your combo pieces or you don't draw them. I know it sounds really like broad, but say you'll draw like your field cards and your small cards and you have no like fiends to remove right away. So you have to hold out until you play Trigodia. You drop him off, you play with him for a little bit for a couple turns, and then when they finally get rid of him, you have your hand should be big enough to play your field cards and stuff. So the deck has two paces. Trigodia lets you play the second pace of the deck. Like, he won't be good all the time, but he'll be good like when your hand's really awkward and you have Trigodia. You just drop Trigodia and you start attacking with him, and you'll finally have a Fiend monster for everything else. And also you can really good for Exceed Summons, because this deck doesn't synchro a lot unless you play Fabled Raven. Which is also another thing I don't have in this deck, is Fabled Raven. I didn't get one in time, and it just rose up in price, and I don't find this deck to be competitive enough for me to play in a big tournament, so I just didn't pick up Fabled Ravens. But like with Fabled Ravens, you can play Dark Highlander. You can play like a plethora of different synchro monsters. You play 3 Graphas. He's the obvious staple of this deck. You play a double beige because you can make Roach and Utopia. That's the only two things that made like the whole tournament is with him. Triple Brow and Triple Snow. Like, the good thing about these is you can just summon him and bounce back Grapha. Oh yeah, and the reason for beige instead of like gold and silver is because you can just summon him and bounce him for Graph as well. And plus that new rank 5 Exceed monster isn't out yet. The guy who's like Ring of Destruction. For my magic cards I played 3 Potted Duality. I wanted the deck to be really consistent because you do not draw well with this deck at all, enough to not play them. So like, and plus like at locals you'll play like a plethora of Darkwood decks, because the decks just came out and everyone's like, hey look, I don't need tour guides, let's play this deck. So you just need the best draws possible, and you play 3 field card. I played 2 dealings and 2 lightnings. This just added the consistency to yourself, but it was terrible against the mirror match. This is not that great of a card for some reason. Like, no one sets anything, everything's chainable. Like, it's an okay card, but it's not the ideal card for the deck at all. Then you play the 1-up staples, or not the 1-up staples, but like the 4. And then I played Foolish Barrel for Grapha, since I'll show you the one card, because I really need to get to my Graphas fast for this card. First of all, I played Triple Solemn. I really did not like these cards in the deck at all, because your hands would be like, say if you drew field cards and like small monsters, like say your hand was Snow, and just a random awkward hand, like these don't do anything. Like, your monsters aren't, your field isn't stable enough to pay 2,000 to get a summon, small enough like something random, like I can't summon Warning or Tour Guide just because my hand can't handle a field that turn. Like, I really would take these out, to be honest. I don't know right now, like based on the list I have, I would take these out, but yeah. I play Torrential because you can Torrential your Grapha and bring him back next turn with anything. You play Dust Shoot because this card's broken in the whole format. I played Double Mind Crush because this used to be the double-edged sword of this deck, like the literal one. So like, but like, no, there's no backside to this card. So say you have Graph in hand, and they go to attack, you can activate this to call it wrong or call it right. You discard your Grapha and you just blow up their guy. Like, he's kind of good like this. And also, this card's really broken with this. I like this card because you can call, like, say you play against Darkworld mirror matches, flip this and call magic cards, and they lose all their, like, field cards, their Darkworld dealings, all that. You play against TGs and call traps, and it's like an auto win. It works with Trigodia, it works with Mind Crush, it works with Grapha. Like, speed Grapha with this, like, the deck's really good. And for your extra and synchro deck, I didn't synchro summon one time because I don't play any tuners. But if you play Fabled Raven, you need to play like Fabled Leviathan, Fabled Reagan, Dark Highlander, Emperor of Chaos, I think that's his name. And yeah, that's about it. The deck's okay. I don't know about like how it's gonna work out. Tengu Plans is still really, really good. So I would just recommend you playing that. But this is I Trade People with this deck list, and I hope you enjoy. Try it out at a local. It's not that bad. Play 3 tour guides, definitely though. Alright, see you.